Hello.
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 Harold.
Welcome back to the Unholy Trinity podcast. The date is currently the 14th of January, 2024.
The radiation sickness is getting worse. The hallucinations have hit critical point. Please send help.
Log number 2.
We are all suffering from the same hallucinations of being on the internet.
Damn, it's real.
Damn, I've been suffering that for 3/4 of my life.
You know how dogs, like when the mailman comes, always chase the mailman? I'd be chasing that clout.
Yo,
That's real.
so true.
Yeah.
Have any facts ever not been truer? Was that English? Probably not.
Now
Yeah.
that's a fact.
Welcome to the
Welcome
the internet podcast. The
Mhm.
podcast
This
that we
is the
do on the
internet
internet.
podcast.
Yeah.
How are we all today? We feeling
Alright.
good?
Sorry.
You still feeling the radiation?
Yeah, the radiation caused my left eye to bulge.
Yeah, what happened to... I don't know if we wanted to acknowledge that, but yeah. We could...
Well, it's not a black guy, so that's one good
I
thing.
grew a fat cyst on my eyelid.
Oh, I thought you got into a fight, bro.
Yeah.
I wish I got into a fight. This is much worse.
Damn.
I can't even wash my face.
Really?
It hurts.
Oh.
You
It's like
wish
entire...
that,
What's
yeah.
just like your eye? Like, can you watch, like...
Eyelid.
Eyelid, yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Be careful.
there's a urban, I don't know if it's an urban legend or like a, what do you call it? Like an urban myth back in Indonesia that you can get cysts on your eye from being a peeping Tom.
I thought you were going to say being gay.
No, we're not that homophobic, even though.
Peeping Tom.
You
kinda
are pretty hopeful. Yeah.
But like, this is it's not about being gay, it's about being a pervert.
Right.
So
Damn.
if you're a peeping Tom, or rather, if you have like cysts on your eye and like you have eye problems or something, people can assume, hey, you picked on some bathrooms, did
That
you?
feels like some divine punishment from
Yeah,
God
that
that
type
Christian mothers would tell.
But it's like an urban myth.
Damn.
So did you peek into some public restrooms recently?
I should hope not. Maybe I sleepwalked in there.
I only
But
do
your eyes would be
sleepwalk.
closed, right?
Exactly. So
Yes. Maybe you dreamt of it, and it manifested in real life.
Damn.
we live in Inception.
True. We live in a dream. Snake eater.
That's real.
This is all
Snake
just an
eater.
illusion.
This is the lyrics.
Yo, Snake Eater's trophy this year, right? I'm gonna play
Yes.
that shit, yeah.
Crazy. Are you copping that? That snake eater?
Probably. I don't know. We'll see.
Looks kind of cool.
I don't know. It's Konami, right?
Yeah.
Didn't
but,
they like fuck up the recent remasters or something?
They
think so.
have they
Yeah.
remastered the other games.
Yeah, including Snake Eater this year, I'm pretty sure. Or was it maybe like last year or something? Yeah.
Yeah, but like they remaking it against Kojima's will.
Yeah, so
'cause,
I'm like, I don't know. Also, just I'm not into Metal Gear. I played some of Metal
Yeah.
Gear Solid 5, but I don't know.
But you liked a bit of 5.
Yeah, it was pretty decent. Like, yeah.
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 I'd say, well, the original 3 is a bit more simpler than 5,
Yeah,
but it uses the same concept. You know, you sneak around, you grab stuff,
yeah.
you kill guards. And
I'm
you go
more of a
sneaky.
hitman type individual. I used to play.
Yeah.
Yeah. We used to. I feel like we both did. Didn't we both used to play Hitman
I
back in
played,
like high school?
One of the Hitman.
Did we
games.
play Blood Bunny?
I remember getting. Did I get you?
You might
Like-
have gotten me it.
Yeah, Blood Money
Yeah,
at some
I don't
point.
remember. Yeah,
Yeah,
and maybe you just watched me play it or something. I don't know.
probably something.
Yeah.
Like that.
I associate Hitman Blood Bunny with you for some reason.
Probably, yeah,
Yeah.
I think it was like, oh, you wanted me to get the game from like a pirate website or something.
Hey,
was
no,
like,
I would
yeah.
never do such a thing. That sounds.
Yeah, it's
That
all
doesn't
in the
sound like me.
past. It's all mistakes of youth.
Yeah.
It's not like
You
I still
finally
do
made
that.
mistakes, and now
but,
you
you know.
preposterous.
Yes.
Preposterous. That's
It
real.
was a 10, no, how many year old game by that time, so
Yeah.
it's not like we can buy it.
You can.
Did you? I mean, where do they sell Hitman games? Was it on,
On
Steam?
Steam.
10 years ago?
And on
was
console.
that game on Steam?
Yeah.
Epic Games.
Steam was like Steam has like games from like the 90s.
I
Yeah,
played
but
Just
like
Cause
not
2.
as much
But that's
back in 2016.
Yeah, they did. They had like Doom, right?
Probably.
Quake.
No.
I don't know what are the other.
The boomer shooters.
Yeah,
Those, yeah.
probably more. And Hitman, Blood Money.
Pac-Man.
That wasn't from the 90s, but like that's from the
Space
2000s.
Invaders.
Yes. Space Invaders.
Snake.
Does that have Snake on? Well,
Well, Snake.
Snake's not really. I mean, it's a game, but it's not like a game.
Maybe it's like
game.
Ubisoft Snake.
Did Ubisoft acquire Snake?
No,
They
snakes are just
acquired.
legless lizards.
Isn't Tetris? Doesn't Ubisoft has a Tetris?
Nah, that's Wait, hang on. You should know this. We watched a movie about who had Tetris, right? Isn't it like
But I
fucking?
forgot. Game Loft.
It's. I don't think there is a. It was licensed to like a bunch of places, right? Like
was,
Nintendo
yeah.
has Tetris,
Oh yeah.
right? But like Nintendo doesn't own Tetris. So I know there are a bunch of Tetris games.
Well, there's the Tetris company.
Maybe the
They
Tetris
still
company owns.
The
Yeah,
rights
own-
reverted to Pajitnov, who co-founded the Tetris company with Hank Rogers
Yes.
to maintain licensing.
the latest Tetris game was Tetris Effect, right?
Yeah.
And that was
know.
like that's a big game.
Big game.
Yeah, that was like that should be our next co-op game, Tetris Effect.
Oh. It's
We'll play co-op Tetris, right?
1v1 Tetris.
Yeah,
Dang. But
it's got like the ray
stuck.
tracing graphics and
Yeah.
shit. Yeah,
Instead, we're stuck with the Back for Blood.
yeah, we gotta finish that shit, and then we can play Back for Blood DLC.
Yeah.
Then we can play
Payday 3.
Payday
DLC.
3 DLC, and then we can play Alien game.
Yes, I did buy that game. I think.
Yeah, yeah, you did. You definitely did. I remember you buying.
Alien.
All right. Anyway, let me tell you some stories.
Story
Ooh.
time.
As in, I'll tell you guys some stuff that I consumed this week.
Light the fires, bring out the cookies, get a warm glass of milk.
I
Listen to
watched
Daddy Jack talk stories.
the film The Holdovers, which was a holdover from last year that I didn't get to watch, but it just came out in Australia, even though it's
Wow.
like on digital anyway. But yeah, I watched The Holdovers. Good movie, very good movie.
Very good.
If I'd watched it last year, it probably would have made my top 10.
Dang.
Yeah. Good movie. Like a nice wholesome-ish movie about boy who's in private school and he's like, yeah, my parents are gonna take me to like rich place for the holidays, but then his parents are like, fuck you, you staying at school, and he's like, no.
And
then the teacher's like,
you go to Wesley.
yeah, and then the teacher's just like grumpy, and he's like, fuck, I hate these kids. And he's stuck looking after the kid for the holidays. And maybe they become friends.
So it's about
A
a
student
kid
teacher
and his the teacher. I thought you meant like there's a babysitter.
Nah,
The
the teacher.
The babysitter.
Because it's
sounds
like
a
a
different movie.
private school.
Yeah.
They have
Oh,
dormitories on campus.
dorms. Yeah.
Coming this summer, The Babysitter.
That's a movie.
That is a movie, I'm sure.
That's that horror movie that I watched. The one with I think an Australian. I think
Does the
Samara Weaving was in
babysitter
it.
turn into funny demon?
Yeah.
An
Well, yeah,
Australian
maybe you know the
babysitter
movie
sipping
then.
beers.
Probably saw something.
Yeah, because it was like a pretty. It was a pretty big Netflix movie when it came out. I think it had like
Mm.
Vine stars in it. That's how old that movie was.
Oh, Jake Paul.
I don't think
But
Jake
he's
Paul was
not
in
in.
it. But yeah,
With vines.
and it was actually like a decent movie, which was funny. I also watched the movie Ted about the talking teddy bear,
The
It was a
OG
rewatch there.
Ted.
but I watched it and it's fine, I guess. A lot of jokes in it haven't aged well at all. The movie goes like out of its way to just randomly be homophobic and racist.
Does a Peter Griffin guy play Ted?
Yeah, and at one point he's like, "Why do you guys keep saying I sound like Peter Griffin?"
Because you literally do.
Yeah.
Whoa, funny
Holy
reference
crap,
before its
Lewis.
time.
There was this one good joke in which Mark Wahlberg was recounting an event of like him dancing and meeting the girl at the club, and she was like, "Oh, your dancing was shit." He's like, "Nah, this is how I remember it," and then they recreate the dancing sequence from the classic film Airplane.
Oh.
And I was like, "That's an interesting reference."
I think I remember that movie coming out as the same time as like one of the animated Yogi Bear movies.
Airplane, because that came out in the 70s or some shit, right?
That movie being played at the same time as one of the Yogi Bear movies.
Do you mean the movie Ted?
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't know where you
was
heard
big.
Airplane from.
Because I was talking about Airplane.
You were talking about Airplane, and then you talking about Ted?
Yeah, I was like,
in the movie Ted. They referenced the movie
There was a
Airplane.
flashback sequence, and then he was recounting his dancing, and they did it in the style of the movie Airplane.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe it was Bear season at the theater.
Bear season. I remember telling my mum after watching Yogi Bear that I thought that Ted movie might be fun, and then my mum was like, "Nah, you can't watch Ted."
Damn,
And
that's
I was
true.
like, "Man."
You know, Yogi Bear was like the first movie I ever watched in theaters.
Really?
I
Oh
think.
my god.
Sorry, can I take a brief pause and grab a tissue?
Yeah. Tissue.
Tissue.
Oink oink.
I'm Peppa Pig. This is George. This is Mommy Pig.
George.
And this is Daddy Pig.
All right.
Teddy. Apparently Ted 2 is very good. So
No, it's worse.
no?
Yeah, have you seen the who have you heard Ted 2 is good from? It only has
Some
bad
guy.
reviews.
Some guy.
Like someone you met on the
guy in
street.
the back alley.
Maybe.
Ted 2's.
I don't remember from who, but someone once said to me, Ted 2 is very good.
He's just dealing crack with
Yeah, I
someone.
don't know what-
Like,
it's
Ted's
funny
pretty
memory.
good, dude.
It was like a 5-year-old who just experienced like an adult movie for the
Oh.
first time.
Well, they said Ted 2, so in my mind, I'm thinking like, yo, if it's the sequel,
It's probably worse.
maybe it's like, a reinvention of the whole concept.
How do you reinvent
Bro,
the
they
talking bear?
reinvented-
Yeah, it's
the
like
wheel with Ted 2,
Terminator
man.
2. It's a sequel, but it's the better movie.
Yeah, but that's a rare occasion.
And I was thinking like it's one of those,
This is the franchise Ted, where the first movie wasn't even good. The first movie was fine. Yeah.
But they keep making it, so,
I'll watch Ted
someone's
2
watching.
tonight probably, but like...
Tonight.
Well,
I'll
they
be
don't keep making
watching
them. They
Ted
stop
2.
making them.
They have the new one.
No, that's a prequel TV series on streaming.
It's prequel? Oh, dang.
Yeah, which is why I'm watching the
yeah.
fucking Ted movies so I can watch
yeah.
the TV show.
Tedverse is real.
Yeah.
Yogi Bear is the prequel. And then
Yogi.
Paddington's the sequel.
But I need to watch apparently the Paddington movies are really good.
They are
They're
very
like
good.
the highest rated movies of all time or something. The second one is, at least, I think.
Oh, you'll love the second one.
Yeah.
Paddington. They're both bears from different continents.
Exactly.
They should meet up.
Big bear crossover.
Yeah.
Wee bears in there too?
Oh,
Oh, yeah?
I don't think that's very nice to say.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck you, you British Yank.
Now you need to sound like Peter Griffin.
You do it then.
Holy crap, Lewis. It's
That is a
Marmalade
terrible impression
bear.
of Peter Griffin. That's the worst impression I've ever
Oh,
heard.
you do it.
You do.
No, I can't.
You just refuse to do it, mate.
Nah.
Refuse.
I don't watch Family Guy.
Neither do I.
Yeah, I
just
don't
watch,
like my content is not Peter
Family
Griffin
Guy
stuff.
funny
Yeah.
moments on the left side of the screen.
Yeah. Why is it?
ADHD,
Why is your content? My content's like predominantly just like at least on Instagram, it's just like Lego, and then Marvel stuff and K-pop.
No. Because Lego content is probably already what do you call it? It's already encapsulating your attention span enough. You don't need Family Guy funny moments to capture your attention span.
Yeah, probably.
They know what's up.
Yeah, whereas you need Family Guy. We were looking at like some very serious like news report or something.
Yeah,
This has
I'm
got
watching
Family-
ABC News, but they
Yeah.
put Family Guy for that.
Yeah,
Because in order to properly digest heavy information and lots of text, Family Guy funny moments.
yeah.
That's how you do it.
And then you get me, who unfortunately gets both Ted and Family Guy recommended on my FYPs,
Best of both worlds.
which I'm like, okay, I guess it's funny, but I'm just gonna scroll past because I don't really care.
Damn. I've never gotten a TED reel in my Instagram. I think
I've seen.
I get like ads for it,
Yeah.
like the upcoming TV show, but that's like
Hmm.
actual ad sponsor content. Yeah,
True.
that's real.
What else did you watch? That it.
That was it. That was it.
Alright.
I'm still watching Monarch. I think I'm
Oh yes.
episode 8 now, so I'm like
That's
nearing the end.
around
How many
10.
episodes are there? 10?
10. I forgot to
When are there
watch
12, right?
I watched up to
This
5
week,
back
maybe.
when.
Yeah. We should review it when I think the finale
ends.
dropped on Friday, right?
Okay.
maybe.
So like,
I
yeah.
forgot to keep up.
Oh, I
After
haven't.
Well, what were you up to?
8.
Oh, so we're probably on the same.
Yeah.
Like desert part.
I'm
do you
a bit
think-
after desert.
Okay, I think maybe you're a bit ahead of me. I don't know. I
Probably
think the last thing I
one
remember was the
episode
desert, at
ahead.
least. Yeah,
Stay tuned for next week's episode, bitches.
took a long time to get to the point. Like I don't
Yes.
know, it just felt like they were meandering, and then they're like, "Oh, this is what the story." Like, because I think the story is about more to do with Godzilla, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Also,
at least the
it's
old
about
man wants to do the stuff with Godzilla.
Yeah, it's about old man and
But it
him
took like
get
so
revenge.
fucking long too. It took multiple episodes to get to that point.
'Cause
I was
they
like, I
want to
don't-
talk about the funny characters. They're like, interpersonal relationships. How about yes?
Yeah, they've
and no
never
to the
been good at doing the
monster.
human shit. I think the human stuff is at least better than the movies. Like better than
Sure,
like Millie Bobby
yeah, I
Brown and
mean-
whatever. Like I don't give a shit about those characters.
Yeah.
Maybe because we
Yeah.
spend so much fucking time with them that we have to get somewhat attached to them because they're on the screen. Though to be fair, I just build Lego while I'm watching it.
Yeah.
Except whenever they speak
Yeah.
Japanese, I have to look up at the screen.
Oh yeah, to translate.
Yeah.
But I thought you were a master at the Japanese.
Nah, I ain't that much of a master, unfortunately.
Did you learn any Japanese from the show?
No, but occasionally I'll hear stuff. The only word that like I usually go, yes, is when they say blah 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 blah. Demo something else. And that means but. And I'm like, cool. And they're saying something rather than but. Occasionally there'll be stuff, but like not.
I went back and watched Godzilla -1 with my family.
Oh yeah.
My
yeah.
family was like, let's go to the museum for our family's day out. My mom
And
was
you
like, I
watched
want
it
to
in
watch
the
IMAX.
museum?
And I'm like,
Oh,
the
Oh,
only
you
thing,
want to the IMAX?
the only thing worth watching at that IMAX theater that day was Godzilla.
They're playing Aquaman at IMAX.
Oh yeah, but do we really want to watch
No.
You could have watched
Aquaman?
Yo, what do they think of Godzilla?
Well, okay, my family is very basic bitch when it comes to movies, except for my sister.
Yeah.
So like, oh, they liked it.
Do they get emotional?
No, they're like-
My mom cries at everything, so I assume they
Okay.
did.
Shout out to your mom. That's
Shout outs.
respectful.
And my grandma was just sitting there gasping the whole time. I like
That's
how
also
violent it was.
respectful. That's how it should be, bro.
Yeah.
She was gasping because
Yeah.
oh,
That's
he's-
actually pretty cool. That's like that's the IMAX experience, you know.
Mm.
Yeah.
And also how loud the LFE is. Just the fucking rumbling.
boom.
It's cool though. It's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah,
You feel it.
feel it. Yeah, I saw it at the IMAX. That's how I experienced that movie. Pretty cool.
Mm.
Pretty cool.
Kamikaze.
And it was just as good the second time.
Yeah.
Slightly
It's-
better even.
Because IMAX, I would assume, is slightly better.
And also I had more like I noticed more things than I
Yeah.
did the first time.
Yeah.
I didn't put two and two together first time. Maybe spoilers, but I assume people have watched.
We already
spoilers.
reviewed.
Yeah, we're
it,
past
yeah,
the point. Yeah.
That on the boat where he gets handed the little case of photos,
Yes.
and I didn't put two and two together that that's the thing he had that whole time, because he got handed to it by Tachibana on the
Yeah, one of
rescue
the
boat.
guys.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't remember that scene the first time?
No, I didn't realize. I didn't realize that was him.
Uh-huh.
That was my Asian blindness.
Yo, real.
Yeah, that's
And B,
real.
I didn't put two and two together.
Yeah.
I was like, well, how do you get those photos? I'm like,
No,
He
yeah.
just got it.
It was early in the movie, so like fair. Yeah.
Yes. Good movie.
Speaking of movies, and sorry, what were you gonna say?
I just said Tachibana-san.
Yeah. Speaking of movies and stuff, should we do some reviews?
Review?
We do review.
We do reviews. What do we want to talk about first? We're going to talk about, well, the stuff we watched this week was Mean Girls and Echo.
Yeah.
Which one do you want to cover first?
Dunno.
Mean Girls is the big one of the week.
Hey,
innit?
you want to talk about
I guess
Mean
so,
Girls?
yeah. So you want to do that last?
Echo.
Let's talk about Echo, yeah.
Echo.
Echo. This is a
New
TV
Marvel
series
show.
directed by, well, showrunner I think is Cindy Freeman or something. I believe Freeland. I'm not going to look it up because I can't be bothered, but it's something like that. It stars. Who plays Echo? It's like a leak.
I don't know their name.
Yeah, I gotta have
this
to
is
look it up.
This is
Yeah,
worth searching up.
They played the Echo.
Very good performance. Yes. We'll talk about it.
Oh,
later.
me.
Yeah, so where's the cast and crew? Fuck off. No, I'm getting inundated with so many ads. God damn, the internet's unusable. Do you guys ever notice that the internet's unusable without an ad blocker?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just used to it because I'm cheap.
Well, ad
Well,
block.
ad block's free.
I know, but it's energy.
Yeah. You know, he's supporting local businesses by watching ads.
They're never local businesses.
Or multinational companies by supporting ads.
Well,
Where
I'm
the
not doing
fuck-
anything
oh,
about the ads.
okay,
I'm just looking
yeah.
at them.
Well, that's the point of ads.
Yeah.
Alakwa Cox. That's
Mm.
Maya Lopez. And I guess the other main one's Vincent D'Onofrio, right?
The guy.
Kingpin, yeah.
Mr. Big Guy.
Amongst other people.
Among
Now,
us.
this TV series follows Echo in the aftermath of her shooting Kingpin in the TV series Hawkeye.
Yes.
And then what's going to happen? Well, you'll have to find out in the show.
In next week's
All right,
episode.
let's do a little
of Dragon Ball
non-spoiler
Z.
and then a bit of a spoiler, right?
Okie dokie.
So, firstly, did you like the series?
I thought it was alright.
What about you?
These.
Nuts.
There he goes. I was counting on you for that.
Okay. So you think it's your nuts?
I was counting on you to say nuts after I said these.
Yes.
You
so
thought
you
the
thought
show was
these
nuts?
The show was decent.
Decent.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I actually like this one quite a bit. I was really like rooting for this show because I was like, people are kind of talking a lot of shit about this show before it was even out. So I was like, I want to give it benefit of the doubt. You know, I'm hoping
Yeah.
it's good because I am still a Marvel fanboy despite some of the shit that we've had.
Yeah.
In the TV scape of Marvel, there hasn't been anything particularly outstanding to me since like
Loki.
the first season of Loki, maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I thought the second season of Loki was alright.
Yeah.
It was the finale that was really good for that show, in my opinion. So I was thinking about like, what are the other shows that come out? What if season 2 was decent, probably better than the first season? I guess that's the pretty, yeah. If you haven't seen What If season 2, maybe watch it because it's better than the
Okay.
first season. And there was like Moon Knight, which was I think okay.
Could be better, but like Moon Knight.
I feel like that show. Like I don't like that show's just left my mind completely. Like
Did
we
I tell
watched
you
it.
guys
It was
about
a
I met
blur.
the biggest Moon Knight fan?
I
think you
disagree. I
didn't
think I've met the
mention that.
biggest Moon Knight fan at
Oh,
my
shit.
work. Yeah.
2 tattoos.
Wait, is this the same person?
Jade. No,
No.
they don't work out.
They're twins.
Nah, I knew this one person.
There's
Actually,
two
happened to
Moon
be
Knight
Nelson's
tattoos.
neighbor a long time ago. But yeah,
Wait, do they
she.
have tattoos as well?
I think so. Yeah. Well, they
Damn.
do have tattoos. I don't remember if that Moon Knight was, but I think Moon Knight was their. No, Iron Man was their favorite superhero, but they were pretty big into Moon Knight, and they were trying to get a Moon Knight. Anyway, that's off the.
Moon Knight fans
Yeah.
be hardcore.
Yes.
Yeah, there was a
Yeah.
weird, well, not a weird that seems mean. There was a subsection of the internet that
Yes.
was really into Moon
To be
Knight.
fair, it's a very valid subset because Moon Knight as a concept is pretty cool.
Yeah,
But the show
and Oscar
was-
Isaac playing him was, I think,
Yeah.
one of the main reasons. Yeah, Moon Knight's a cool character. I didn't realize he's actually really pretty big in the Marvel comics. Like, yeah, he appears in a lot of events and stuff. But yeah, for the show, I think it was just like okay, and I think.
yeah.
The main problem with the Marvel shows has kind of always been they don't write their TV shows like TV shows.
Yeah.
And I feel like Echo, as much as I really wanted to enjoy this, and I still did enjoy it quite a bit, I think it still falls into that Marvel not knowing how to write TV shows. And then you look
Yeah.
into a bit more of the behind the scenes and you realize, oh, this is meant to be 8 episodes and they cut it down to 5. And I think you can clearly tell that a
Yeah,
lot of shit was cut from this. And that's probably the main issues with the show, in my opinion, is the cut content. Like, you can tell.
Yeah.
The show really wants to focus on Echo and her family. The family's has barely any
Yeah.
screen time. They want to do, like, a big confrontation or whatever between her and Kingpin.
Yeah.
They have to completely rush that. The finale for this show,
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel, was absolutely terrible. Like, borderline unwatchable. I remember I was watching it with friends of the podcast, Thomas and Ibrahim, who were doing a
Tommy and Ibrahim.
binge of the show. We watched it all in one night, which I guess
Yeah,
credit
5
to
episodes.
Marvel for dropping it all in one go. Because I do not think this, once again, I don't feel like it's paced like a TV show. I don't think it would work week to week. The
Yeah.
cliffhangers are not good enough for each episode.
Yeah, I
and
thought
there's
it was
no...
weird that they
Which
chose
this was, like, the
5
first time they've done this.
episodes.
And then you look at the runtime of the entire show and you realize, wait a second, this is just as long as a movie. What's the point of it being a TV? It's anyway.
Yeah, why did they choose 5 episodes? Do you have any insight in that?
No, I'm not sure.
It's
It was
just
meant
like,
to be 8, but they cut it down.
Which,
Yeah.
That's
like,
all I know.
that fact combined with the fact that they launched it all at once, they know that it's not watchable week by week.
Yeah,
Yes, okay. Uh-huh.
It feels like that.
yeah.
They had to launch it all at once.
Either
This is also the first series in their new, I guess, subgenre of the MCU called Spotlight, which is
Uh-huh.
like meant to be more
little
adult
stories.
content on, but still part of the
Oh, yeah,
MCU.
yeah. Then they should get their old Daredevil writers back then, because they know how to make a show.
Oh, there's so much shit happening with
Yeah.
the upcoming Daredevil show. Apparently, all of the Netflix stuff is canon. They've been added to
Yeah.
the official timeline on Disney. So,
Okay.
like,
They're back.
however, I don't really believe that because there's just stuff that does not make sense. Like,
they retconned
how
stuff?
come Echo's never mentioned in the TV show Daredevil? Obviously,
Yeah.
because they never thought of
Yeah.
that would
They
happen.
haven't made
But it doesn't
it
really
yet.
make sense. Vanessa's not even name dropped once in this Echo show, so it's like,
She's is she dead? I forgot. Yeah.
yeah.
Vanessa
It also
from
doesn't
FNAF?
really make sense how the ending of Daredevil season 3 links into like Hawkeye and how,
Yeah.
because Kingpin's meant to not be a crime lord anymore.
They're gonna mess
And I
with
don't want to
the
spoil this show, but
time. Yeah.
there's some stuff that they do with Kingpin towards the end, which is like, what are they doing? What are they up to? And
Little
yeah.
sneak.
have you guys heard about Daredevil Born Again? How they like filmed half of the show and then they scrapped it.
I did not
So
hear
that
about
show's in
like,
trouble, it seems.
Damn.
Yeah,
Big sad.
it's meant to come out this year, but I'm assuming it'll get delayed because they've
Yeah.
yeah.
They've stopped.
Another delay for the Marvel game.
And it's also going to be like 18 episodes or some shit. which is a
Okay.
lot longer than the Netflix seasons because they're only like
Yeah.
10 episodes. Fuck off.
You're a popular guy.
That's my work. Don't want to hear about it. Don't want to hear about it, mate.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah. So I think, yeah, a lot of the pacing for this show just does not work.
Yes.
The stuff that they want to achieve, I don't think they managed to achieve any of it because they can't do good emotional payoff for anything because there's such a limited amount of time. And I'm talking like these episodes range from like the first episode, I believe was like 50 something minutes. Then by the last episode, it's probably about 20, 30 minutes of actual content and then like credits, right? Probably like 20 minutes of content.
20 minutes?
It was I believe a 35-minute episode or something, and then you go, credits recap. That takes away probably like 10 minutes of the episode. So it's like, yeah.
Yeah. True that.
Like I was literally going through watching the last episode, like the two characters haven't even met yet to confront each other in the episode. Why is there 10 minutes left in the episode? And I know there's still fucking like ads and shit coming. And then they wrapped it up in 3 minutes. And I was like, huh?
Got him.
I don't know. That's always been a Marvel issue. Have you just noticed with the Disney Plus shows, they always get shorter in length? They always start off with the longest episode and they get shorter.
Yeah.
I think Loki was the same as well.
So the first episode always the longest.
Though the first episode, I feel like it was because 30 minutes of this episode wasn't from the TV show. It was from another show. It was just footage from Hawkeye.
Recap.
Which I guess is good because for people who haven't seen Hawkeye, like their claims, the producers' claims and stuff were like, this is the first MCU show you can watch on by itself without any prior knowledge. And I think you probably can because they literally just recap everything that Echo has appeared in the last stuff. So I guess, yeah.
I mean, can you watch Daredevil without knowing anything?
Daredevil. No, this is Echo.
Original Daredevil.
No. This is Echo. Like I'm talking about this Echo show. This has nothing to do with.
Yeah, but the guy says this is the first MCU show where you can watch without knowing anything.
Yeah, like MC, like because
New
that's
MCU,
better. Yeah,
right?
new MCU. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because obviously, yeah, you can watch those because they're not really part. They're in tangent.
They're a better
Actually,
time that they should go back to, but they will not. Well, they said they are, but they stopped it because I don't know. Maybe they saw the reactions to this show and they're like,
No. This was like last year, like the problems with Daredevil. Yeah, it was like
then
yeah, and then there was
This is
writer strikes and stuff
production
as well. So. Allegedly, Daredevil doesn't even appear in costume until episode 8 or something.
he's just being a lawyer.
But do you believe those allegations? I don't know. That seems unlikely.
What was the allegations?
That Daredevil would appear in costume. I don't think. No way they would.
Maybe it'll be like a She-Hulk lawyer moment.
But She-Hulk appears in costume in the very first episode.
True. I'm just saying, maybe the first 8 episodes is a pure lawyer.
Yeah, it's just like suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pre-lawyer business. But hey.
But I think there were good stuff in this show. I think the characters are all good. I like the family, even though they got very limited time. Shout out to the grandmother and grandfather. I feel like they were pretty goated.
They're
Well cast,
good,
great stuff.
Agreed.
Had some of the best scenes, I reckon.
Yes.
Maya, like the main character, I think she's a really cool character. Shout out to the actor because she has to convey everything without voice.
Yes.
Yeah, so like that's super cool, and I feel like she did a good job.
Yeah.
There's some pretty.
You would have to learn
Yeah.
some ASL.
There's a pretty
American.
cool scene involving her talking to Kingpin, and there's some stuff with like ASL. And,
They used the funny.
wait,
ASL.
I didn't explain it, not yet. But yeah,
Can I say they use technology?
we'll get to that later, probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was a really good scene. That episode is actually pretty good. Like that was actually a really good episode. Even though there's no action, it was just like talking.
Yeah.
Yeah. The kind of dramatic moment at the end of the episode, though, was not dramatic to me because I'd watched the Daredevil show, so I knew what Kingpin was about to do because he unveiled like an object from that show, and I was like, yeah, I knew it was going to be that because I can tell where it's, yeah. But yeah. Yeah, Kingpin, Vincent D'Onofrio, always great, I think. Still got it. Yeah. I liked the aspects. I don't mind how they reworked her character because her character is essentially meant to be Taskmaster in the comics, right?
Taskmaster.
Do you guys know about who Echo is in the comics?
Not really.
Nah. Well, yeah. Essentially, she's like Taskmaster.
Makes sense.
She can like copy the.
She can echo the movements.
But
Okay.
obviously, they've got a Taskmaster in the MCU, so they didn't want to do the same thing. So they're like, "Yo, we want to do something with like ancestors and shit." And I like that, all that stuff. It was pretty cool. And how it like informs her fighting style, I guess. I thought that was a pretty good idea. And I liked that historical aspect. I liked all of that, her cultural background, to see all of that manifest on screen. Thought it was all done pretty well. I like the presentation of the show. I think it's a pretty good looking show. A lot of nice cinematography and shit. I believe episode 3 has a really cool opening sequence where they do some black and white stuff.
Yep.
I really liked it.
Yeah.
And I think the action in the show is really good. I feel like that was the highlight for me. I thought there was some cool choreography. I feel like it probably could have been more violent for that MA rating, but it still has some blood. Bit of blood.
They do.
Little bit, yeah.
Golly.
I like the hand-to-hand stuff.
Yeah. That's
Cool
real.
stuff.
Cool stuff. But my main complaint, I guess, is spoilers, because it's like just the entire last episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that the episode was following one of the best episodes of the show, which was episode 4. Where she talks to Kingpin, and I was like, that's cool shit. Yeah.
No, it was a good bit.
Do you guys have anything to add, non-spoiler wise?
No?
What's the name of the town?
Is that
I don't remember.
I guess I could look it up.
Nor do I
Does
remember
that
them
factor
saying
into...
what the town was.
No, they definitely did.
Probably,
I think. Probably the episode description.
The town of
Tamaha
in
in Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Yeah.
How far is that?
I'm pretty sure that was the name of one of the episodes. No, it wasn't. Yeah. Huh?
How far is that from New York? Oklahoma. It's like quite a ways away.
You don't have to look this up?
You don't.
All
But I'm
right.
You
imagining.
just search where Oklahoma is.
Going on Google Maps.
Pinpoint it. I mean. Oklahoma. Isn't Oklahoma west?
It's like
the
west.
Rocky
It
Mountains?
would be west of New York.
Yes. When you talk about the
Mhm.
east and the west.
Hold on, Google's looking for the best route.
Oklahoma.
It's a 22-hour drive.
Dang, that is a far ways away.
This is what it looks like.
Oh, central.
Yeah, it's down south.
It'll take you 23 days to walk. But I believe in you. I think do it.
In less than 20.
23 days of non-stop walking.
Yeah. Anyway, where was that going?
So I can fully appreciate the geographical context of the show.
Okay. Real.
Spoiler zone.
Spoiler zone.
Whee!
Shall we go through chronologically?
Okay.
So the first episode, I reckon the first episode was actually kind of a banger. Despite it being 30 minutes of Hawkeye footage, I thought it made greater sense in the context of this show, and
Yeah,
they'll
you-
spice it with new footage from like her as a child. I found that stuff pretty compelling, learning more about
the OG
her when she was young. Yeah,
Yeah, well, say it's a good implementation of, a recap and also a bit more backstory. Bam, we got May and how
you,
she ended up where she is.
yeah, and you get a pretty good fights. Oh, I guess the thing with the fight scenes in the show is they kind of get progressively worse. I think.
Do they?
Like, I think the best fight scene was the start fight scene where they do that
Oh.
the one,
Yeah.
which is I guess an homage to the Daredevil show, right?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was a pretty cool fight. She like kills her first person. I like how she kills people. That's kind of cool. Not your average hero.
Man.
And then
'Cause
Daredevil.
she's a criminal
yeah.
before she's a hero. Yeah,
And I dig that.
we dig that.
Yeah. It's not like Behom,
Yeah, not the Beho.
Because
Echo is Behom.
I mean, he kills people, but I guess like
He
not
eats
explicitly. It's like, yeah,
He
Behom walks
literally
up.
eats them.
I know how to sign.
yeah.
Yo, does Behom know ASL?
I
Probably.
don't know.
He's a smart being.
I
He's,
like the
yeah.
idea of VSL, Venom sign language.
Yeah,
It's
it
just
could be.
flipping the bird.
Yeah. Daredevil shows up for his like
does.
3-second cameo.
And he'd be like, yo, you messed this up.
And Ibrahim could predict Daredevil coming because he's like, oh, the lighting of the shot's like the same as in the
Oh,
trailer. I was like, cool, yeah. I think he's looking pretty cool in his classic outfit, I guess. Classic as in from the Netflix show, not from like
Yeah.
the classic look they
His
adopted. in the show.
latest outfit from
Yeah.
the Netflix show. Yeah,
What do you think of the fight? Do you like it?
I guess it was cool. Even with 3 seconds of Mr. Devil.
Yeah. I was looking online and people hate that fight.
Why?
They don't like the choreography.
I mean, it's not the best thing out there, but
I thought it was fine, yeah.
yeah, it's alright. They're just sad because Mr. Daredevil only,
But it's not a Daredevil
Flingity,
show.
flingy,
The
fling.
show's called Echo.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought that was cool, and that was a highlight of the episode.
Yonite.
Yeah.
I guess it was the highlight of the episode. True that. Because besides that, we just get what the weekend.
But that's kind of, well, I guess
It ended with the.
she arrives.
Yeah, she runs.
Yeah.
Runs away from
then
the killing.
She talks to Henry, and it's like, yo, at the rink. And then
Yeah.
that other guy is like, yo, I'm a snitch.
For real, guys, snitch. Henry's like, yo, what you do messing up New York for? Then yeah,
And
bam.
then I guess it sets her motivation that she wants to become the next Kingpin, right?
yeah,
Which may or may not change throughout the course of the show.
she was like, oh, you don't need a king, but a queen. Slay.
And I was like, Dad, that's pretty compelling. I like that. Like,
Mhm.
if she's trying to control an empire, that's a new angle, I guess. 'Cause she's not a hero, I guess,
Yes.
in that sense. But I mean, I guess in all credits for the writers, she does get a full arc in the show because like her motivations for like
Change.
they do change, and she becomes, I guess, a hero. She still kills people.
A force
like, that's kinda
for
cool.
good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's more not a force for general good. It's more of a force for like her community good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Your friendly neighborhood echo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With a
The
big
next episode, what happened to that one? Is that the trade heist?
I think it
Yeah.
was.
So I guess that episode is just more of like, hey, we're on a poorly green screen train CGI mess.
We jumping.
Jumping. Oh, and each episode starts with like a flashback to her ancestors, which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
And I thought those were all done like expertly.
Mm.
I think the start of episode 2 might have been like that big game.
This is the weird footy game.
It was stickball. This is
Footy,
footy, sure,
but with a stick.
but with a stick.
Lacrosse.
And
Yeah.
apparently they like just shot hours of that, like just played games of that. They got people who know how to do it, just doing it, and then they use some of that footage. And obviously, there's some choreographed stuff there, but like apparently,
Yes.
yeah, I thought that all looked really good. It was really cool.
Because it's a real game, maybe,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah, and then so as an audience, you kind of don't know what she's up to until at the end of the episode it reveals that like she planted a bomb on the train
Mm.
and uses it to blow up Fisk's armory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
I think you also find out that Fisk is still alive at the end of that episode. Or
I
something.
think it was that episode, yeah. It was like, damn, he took that bullet and
Yeah.
walked away fine.
He took that bullet. Where did he take that bullet? It's unclear. Because you think he got shot in the eye? He didn't get shot in the eye.
It was literally like on the eye.
Yeah,
Was
but
it? Or,
like
around
it,
the eye. I
like he
guess,
had
I
like
don't know.
bruising and scars around the eye, but like
Yeah.
there was no sign of a bullet wound, nothing.
They just fixed it.
It
The
ricocheted off
doctors
his
fixed it
eyes,
up,
very yeah.
It's not Wilson Fisk, it's Tombstone.
Yeah. Well, I generally thought Tombstone would be in the you know the first episode where they're like, oh, the rivals of Fisk or something. I thought it would be Tombstone,
Oh.
and maybe it is. I think they might follow that up in Daredevil. Maybe I don't know. Though Daredevil might be about something completely different from the post credit of this show. Who knows? Yeah.
Yeah.
Episode 3. That was the hostage, the ring crate.
Yeah.
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 Oh, so they introduced this kind of like secondary villain, I guess. This like guy who's kind of like a step down from Fisk. The most insufferable fucking character. Like an actual
Yeah.
cartoon character, bro.
He's
But
kinda
in real
like-
life.
Yeah. Goofy villain man.
I just hated every time he was on screen. Not for the purposes like the show would make you want to hate him. I just hated the performance. I hated the direction of that. Awful stuff. I think the fight was okay. It was this is what I mean by it's kind of gradually gets worse. Like I think when she's taking out people in the dark, right? Oh, that's also I guess the synopsis of this episode kind of like she has to go and rescue her cousin or her sister or something. Cousin, yeah. And they haven't spoken. They really set up that these guys haven't spoken to each other for ages. But it all gets resolved by the end of the episode, and then you never see the cousin again, pretty much.
True.
Yeah.
Well, because, she was a victim of unforeseen circumstances.
Yeah, she walked into the
Yeah.
hostage situation. Anyway, yeah, like Fisk's men are arriving, so she takes Echo takes them all out, like in this like stealth, killing people in the dark
Gear
thing.
style.
I thought it looked kind of bad.
It was in
There
the
wasn't
dark.
there wasn't much attention to it. It was like kind of But I think the fight on the actual roller rink was pretty good. There's a decent amount of blood and stuff. She kills someone with like an arcade machine.
Oh, yeah.
That was pretty cool. I like when she jumps through it was in the trailer where she like jumps through the wall and just like smashes that guy's head. I was like, damn, that's pretty cool.
Some acrobatics.
Oh, and sorry, I forgot to mention the last episode. She gets her leg caught in the train thing,
Oh, yeah.
but then she frees it with like magic
The
from her
ancestor
ancestors.
magic.
So you get kind of. I feel like it's pretty obvious what's happening at that point, that she's getting all
Yeah,
of these
the
abilities.
glimpses
Because
of
episode 3 opened with a
powers.
flashback of one of her ancestors that's really good at shooting. So this episode, her fighting thing was like, she shoots people now. And she's getting headshots like she's John Wick.
Yeah. She got aimbot from the ancestors,
Yeah.
bro.
Which I thought was kind of cool. I like the shooting stuff. And just anything that is like real practical fighting, I thought was cool. But when it's just like magic, I was like, oh, it's another Marvel superhero character with powers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? episode 3 ends with her arriving at home, and then Fisk is there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So then you get episode 4, which I think is a pretty great episode overall. It's just like
The confrontation.
you get a couple of good scenes. You get her confrontation with Fisk, and like you're unsure whether he's like fucking with her or like he's being real, and like he's setting up like a dinner thing like they used to have in the past.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was all really cool. A great scene where he gives her like this technology thing, right? Like a little eye reader thing.
Like was it like an earbud thing, or was it on the eye?
It was on the eye because remember he goes who, and I thought he was gonna like take out her eye because she took out his eye.
For an eye.
An eye for an eye, yeah. But he
Fisk
just
had
puts
the earbud
yeah.
because you had to listen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Fisk also had an eye thing.
Yeah, it would. Yeah. Probably.
Yeah.
Had subtitles on.
Elon
Yeah.
Musk get on this.
Anyway, it's to like translate the ASL to speaking
To
words.
Words
Yeah.
and words to ASL.
And yeah, she has a great sequence where where she's like, "Bruh, you didn't even learn fucking ASL." And I was like, "Damn, that's kind of fucking true, bro."
Yeah.
So it's like begs the question: does Kingpin really care? And then you're like, does he even have the capacity of caring that much? Probably not.
He cared enough to hire a translator.
And then shoot the translator.
Yeah.
That's real. I think in this episode you get the flashbacks to like when Fisk was like first like mentoring her, and he
Yeah.
beats up that guy in the alleyway. I thought that was a goated
The
scene.
ice cream man, bro.
Well, I guess the other cool thing about the show is they have a good use of color.
No.
Yeah,
Flashbacks are dimmer.
or like specifically like white and
Yeah.
red symbolism. Like, red is actually a big symbol in this show. I think they'll have sequences that are like.
Red means bloody.
I think it's pretty like clear what they're right. Yeah, red is like violence and blood because that's the language that they speak. Apparently, you know, like they're
They
both.
grew up around violence. So
Yeah.
they became
I
violent.
liked when Kingpin beat up that guy in the alleyway, and then she came along and just kicked the fucking guy. It's like,
Poor
bro, he's
ice
already
cream
dead.
man.
Yeah,
Bruh.
but yeah, that was pretty cool.
Violence
Yeah.
breeds love.
Yeah,
Love can bloom on a
and
battlefield.
he's like, "Yo, if you come back with me, you can be the queen pin, right?"
Yeah, basically.
And she's like, I'll have a think about that, bro."
Yeah.
So then her powers and shit, like all of her flashbacks to her past, are like going a bit wacko, a bit sicko mood.
Yeah,
And then so she hits up her grandma, who she also hasn't
Whooping up.
talked with. And I think this scene is particularly powerful, where he goes and talks to the grandma, and then they just talk about her history, her ancestry, and yeah,
And the mother. I think,
the grandma, yeah.
They-
And
they
talk about the mother,
the mother.
yeah. They talk about her
'cause
mom.
that's part of the answer.
Yeah, part of the ancestry for sure. And I guess they're kind of shared experiences and stuff. And I thought that was pretty powerful. And then, yeah, they squashed the beef, and it was pretty cool.
True.
And then Grandma's like, "I'll make you your superhero costume." And fun fact,
Yeah.
in October of last year, I already knew what Echo's outfit was because I have an Echo Lego figure.
Oh, you got the Lego leaks.
So yeah, I already knew what was, and like the Lego figure is like 100% accurate to the show. Like it even shows a little gold thing that she has on her leg.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I assume they would
So
be.
major spoilers from Lego.
The number one Marvel spoiler.
Yeah.
Lego sets.
No, that's
Who
kind of
would
real
win?
though.
Who would win the award? Lego, Mark Ruffalo, or Tom Holland?
Lego.
I think Lego.
Yeah.
Well, they kind of had to stop some stuff. Like for when Endgame came out, all of the Endgame sets were based on random arts that had nothing to do with what happens in the movie because that would have been huge spoilers. Same with No Way Home. They just released sets to do with the other two Spider-Man movies that came before it
Yeah.
and just branded it under No Way Home. So it was like, yeah. Anyway, sorry, that's the Lego tangent. But yeah, she's going to start building a suit. And then she's like, yeah, I'm going to go deal with Kingpin. Then we get to episode 5. I haven't missed anything major, have I?
Nah, you good.
Oh, I forgot to mention the grandpa is goaded. She's always seen the grandpa to fix things. Grandpa is so fucking funny. What a
He do
legend,
funny.
mate. And I thought how the grandpa is like sweet with the grandma was pretty wholesome, and I was like, damn. But they did have a marriage story, and that's real.
Marriage be like.
Well, they're divorced.
Yeah,
So,
but you
yeah.
know that
Marriage,
all
yeah.
marriages end in divorce at some point, maybe, unless
Or
you
death.
don't. Or death, yeah.
Yeah,
So till death or divorce do us part.
real.
The big D's.
The big D's. Daredevil.
Ah.
That is two big
Do you think
Ds.
Daredevil has to deal with divorce cases?
He's a criminal.
Yeah, he's a criminal. Yeah.
Unless the criminal wants to get divorced.
She-Hulk
while
would
in
actually. No,
court.
She-Hulk would. She does superhero law, which is not a real thing.
Yeah.
So like, yeah,
She's a specialist
yeah.
lawyer. Although Mr. Daredevil was part of a superhero case in She-Hulk.
That's true. I honestly don't remember much of Daredevil. I need to rewatch
Yeah.
She-Hulk to get the Daredevil. Yeah.
I mean, most lawyers, I guess, if the practice is similar enough, they can not collide.
Not you. I think you, because you. It's like the medical
Yeah.
field. How you study a specific thing. That's what law is like. You study a specific area of law.
Well, you'll specialize on something, but you could learn another thing if you really
You
want.
could, but like, yeah, you probably wouldn't want to. I'd assume you'd probably want to specify.
Yeah.
Do your one thing
Unless you do want.
and get good at it,
you know.
so you can get a good job.
Yeah.
That's real. But episode 6, and I feel like this is where the show really fell apart for me. Because up until that point, I think it was pretty good. Did you have any problems with the show
No.
up until that point?
Not big ones. Just,
Yeah. Do you want to say anything about?
well, we got the previous episodes, right?
Yeah.
I'd say it's a good lead up to where we are now.
Yeah.
But you know, things could be expanded. As you said, we got some family
Yeah,
things like the random
yeah.
family members, things like that. But yeah, but that goes to the pacing thing and the episode length thing. So
Yeah. And I feel like on that note, like with episode 6, right?
yeah,
The only use of the family kind of is just hostages. Like, it's like they don't really get to, like, yeah, with the cousin, they don't really get to really flesh out that dynamic that much. They kind of just go, they squash it immediately. It's like, okay, done in 30 minutes or whatever. The grandma stuff, I think they handled that better, but like still bit short. It would just be great to see us spend more time with these people.
Yeah,
But,
man.
I guess,
That's
yeah.
for afterwards. That's for the family reunion.
Yeah, that's their
Come
Fast and
on
Furious
now.
moment at the end.
That's for the Coronas.
Family.
Family.
Coronas.
So yeah, so Fisk is like, yeah, fuck this. She did come to the airplane and join me, so now I'm a
ruin your life.
fuck up the powwow, right?
Yeah.
So she sends his homies, and he's like, yo, I'm a kidnap all of her family and take them hostage, and send my cronies to go fucking shoot up the place or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Because you
So
don't
then-
need your real family, because I'm your family.
Yeah. So they built a lot of tension, I guess, in the first few minutes of the episode, where like she's gonna go save her family, and who's gonna save the powwow? And I guess it's just like Henry.
Yeah, it was the same.
Yeah. That was the fusion of the powwow thing was fucking dumb. The guy gets out a rocket launcher, and like
Yeah.
then Henry just fucking shoots it, and that's
Kinda
done.
works.
That's okay. But I guess the big important thing is, okay, she confronts Kingpin.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot to mention at the end of the last episode, Kingpin's like, all right, you're gonna do the thing. I killed my father, and now
No,
I
you
became
gotta
a free
kill
man. So you gotta kill
me.
your father. And gives the hammer from the Daredevil show to
Yeah, I also forgot
yeah.
about that bit.
Which
That
to
was
me,
pretty
I had
important.
zero context for.
It was probably, yeah, I feel like it was probably would it have been a bigger thing for you to
It was-
realize that he killed his father?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
They didn't do a flashback to when he killed his father.
Nah, but they do in this episode a little bit.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
to me, it was just funny that they just brought out a random hammer, really.
Yeah.
And then he was like,
"Oh
"Oh yeah, this is the hammer." He's like, "Oh okay." But then initially it was just like, "Hey, I have a hammer. Do you like it?"
Yeah.
I use it
It's
to
hammer
hammer
time.
on nails and
Real.
other things."
And yeah, so in this episode, yeah, she confronts him and she's like, bruh, give me my family back. And he's like, fuck your family. We were family, but fuck you.
Yeah.
These are your family. I'll kill them all, just like I killed your father. Which was kind of the dumbest line, bro.
confirmed.
Throughout the series, he's like, you don't know the truth, okay? You don't judge that I killed your father. I might not have killed your father. Then at the end, he's just like, fuck you, I killed your father. Which is the same revelation that she
Yes.
had in the Hawkeye show. They just did it again.
Yeah, I mean, she even asked it. Did she ask about that in the last? Not was it the last one? The episode of Confrontation. Yeah, it was like, ah ha ha.
Yeah, I killed your father. And it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, we know. Everybody knows. We know from Hawkeye. They even established that in the flashback sequence in the first episode to do
Yeah.
with Hawkeye. And then he's like, yeah, I'm gonna kill them all. So then she channels her ancestors and gets like
Mhm.
superpowers. And I think it was specifically the power of like healing or something
Mhm.
from healing that bird,
Oh.
right?
Yeah.
And then she goes like, she Shazams it, as in the movie Shazam, and like gives her powers to her family or something.
To the rest of the family.
Yeah, so the grandma could just beat up the fucking
Oh, yeah.
thugs and shit like that. And I was like, oh, okay, they're just doing Shazam. Okay, interesting. And then instead of a fight between her and Kingpin, she just like does her healing magic or whatever. And then it goes into a mind. And this happens within like the span of 3 minutes, right? They go into his mind and he sees his like the domestic violence in his household, right? And she's like, don't worry, I'm gonna heal all that. Okay, there's a couple of issues with this.
Yes.
The man's traumatized about domestic violence, like killing his father and stuff, and you can just heal it with that. Bro,
It's,
that just seems kind of disrespectful in my opinion.
Trauma bonding.
It's just like, it's not trauma. They're not bonding over trauma. She has
No, they didn't.
Mentally defeated, but was it valid?
He didn't go through like therapy or like this. And the thing is also there's no implication of what that actually mean, what she did. Because like, what did that do? I don't understand.
exactly what
And Kingpin
Kingpin
says,
said.
what did you do? And I was like, what did she do? So is the implication like she resolved all of his trauma? Because that doesn't like. That's a process,
power.
bro. That is like that is a process that like they just feel like they just completely. I don't know, such a surface level bullshit.
Yes.
But also nothing happened. It's just like, what point are you trying to make about trauma? Like, it seems like the director's like, oh yeah, this trauma
Needs to be fixed.
needs to be fixed, bro. Like it's a fucking,
broken clock.
yeah.
Broken something.
Like you
But
dropped your
also-
leg a set, you put it back together. I don't know.
Look, at least a
even,
broken clock is
yeah.
right twice a day. This
So
was
it's
just not
trauma.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, even after that, fixing the kingpin doesn't really show anything of different.
Well, I guess he just
Well,
runs away,
He just
right?
kind of runs. He just walks away, and then it's like,
They get
yeah.
in the car and they drive away. What? What the fuck? What
So,
do you
yeah.
mean? What's
So it was
happening?
real. He was asking a real question, like, "What did you do?" I did nothing.
Yeah. I'm so fucking confused by that ending, and it's just like,
It was healed by the power of love and friendship.
Love can.
but
be
what do you
more
mean
about a
heal?
thing.
Like, did he forget his memories of what happened, or like, because it's still going to be a part? Isn't that still part of who he is?
Yeah.
And like,
See, well,
does that
there's
undo
another
all of
angle
the
of it
murders
that
and
I
shit
thought
he's
about
done?
was
I don't get it. Like, what?
It was a show of solidarity in his mind by May being there, be like, "You're not alone in this, whatever this is. It's okay.
You are not alone.
You don't have to be angry.
Yeah, he can reach out to like other people. He could
Yeah.
go to like a support circle or something.
No, that's some pussy shit about why you go to a
Nah,
support
he's
circle.
instead he got magicked, bro.
Yeah.
Dumbest shit that I've seen in a while in a show, in a Marvel, anything. Anyway, so I guess okay, there's a post-credit scene that might explain some of it, maybe, but like we'll go into that in a second. I guess we should acknowledge that. I guess her resolve of her arc is she just stays with her family,
Yeah, rejoins her extended family.
which I just don't think was earned because they just didn't spend enough time, and it felt like nothing really changed.
They got the perks of free powers.
That part I was like, I do like where they ended up in theory, but it's just like the execution wasn't very good. And also, yeah, when they got maybe they got power. It's I don't know. Shazam.
Shazam.
I mean, in Shazam, it's like it becomes a permanent thing. They all get powers, and they're like, oh, they're a family. And then yeah, I don't know about this one.
Well, logically, if they're all from the ancestral lineage, they could keep it.
Keep it in the family.
Yeah.
Not is Biscuits part of the family?
Did he get powers? He just used the monster truck.
Oh wait, so Biscuits, yeah, wasn't there? Hold on, I'm thinking of. Is the cousin? Who's the cousin related to?
So they're cousins from the grandma's side, right? So
They might be. Yeah.
I mean, it's just a wide tree. It's a big tree.
Or you can even say, the whole clan.
I mean, yeah, I'm chill with that, but like they just didn't really explain anything.
Yeah.
It just kind of happened.
It did happen.
Her costume looks cool though. I'll give it that.
Yeah.
Costume looks nice. And yeah, the post-credit scene. It doesn't make much sense because it's like I don't get what happened. So he sees the thing about the running for mayor, right?
He's watching
Which,
Fox
if you
News.
don't know from leaks and stuff, it's the plot of the upcoming Daredevil show. So is it like the idea that he's running for mayor? It's either because like he wants to just be a more powerful crime lord, or because he's a good guy now and he's fixed his ways, and it's unclear.
See, that's the thing.
From the synopsis on the upcoming Daredevil show, I think it's the second option. About he might be a good guy now because the plot synopsis is like Matt Murdock and Wilson Fisk, longtime rivals, but they want to leave their past behind or some shit. So maybe he's a good guy.
Maybe.
I'm also not familiar with the Born Again storyline. I might read it before the show comes out, but yeah.
He just decides, I'm done with crime. Now time for white collar crime.
I mean, he's already been doing white collar crime. Still, actually,
Won't ever be done with crime.
Yes. But like,
I don't know.
realer with taxpayer money crime.
Maybe he's like the Rudy Giuliani. Is that the guy, the fucking mayor of New York? Yeah.
Guy. Was he convicted of anything?
Can't remember.
He was the COVID guy. I remember that.
I
The
remember
mayor during COVID, anyway.
He was also. I feel like you would remember him more from the bloody movie we watched, where he was
in the
creepy with
movie?
the girl in Borat.
Oh,
So they did like a sting operation.
I think they did.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, he's a mayor for he's yeah, but like, the funny thing was like the TV presenters, they were like being very on the nose with it. We need to. There's no leader that's this, and this, and this.
Yeah.
Oh, that describes me.
Yeah. But also, maybe I don't know. What's Kingpin's personality like now? Has it changed?
the
I don't
thing.
really know. It's unclear because after that thing happens, he goes, "What do? We just cut,"
Mm-hmm.
and he's in a car,
Then he was on a plane.
and then he's in a plane and post
And he's
credit scene.
watching
Yeah,
Fox News. He's running for mayor. That's the thing we know, or we can assume.
Anyway, that's the show.
It was.
Pretty accurate, yeah. And I think that finale just I don't think it ruins the entire show. I still think it's worth watching for the performances, I reckon. and like, I mean, I think Echo's still a cool character.
Echo.
I just don't like the
Echo
idea of her
Loki.
having powers because it's like. I thought she was
Yes.
cool because I liked the thing that she was inheriting like ancestral fighting styles, like her hand to hand, her shooting and stuff like that.
Yeah, the magic powers undermine the more practical abilities.
Exactly, and they also just don't make sense. What are the effects of these powers? Unclear.
Grandma punches.
Grandma punches. But I thought it's healing powers. Why is the grandma punch? I don't know.
True that.
Unclear.
It's just anything you want, because the ancestors are cool like that.
They are cool like that.
So I guess what we can learn from this is that this show pretty much echoes Loki, but in reverse. The finale was bad.
Well, I mean, it's just like every Marvel show's finale's bad, right?
But Loki
Except for
finale was
Loki,
good.
yeah.
That's true, actually.
Nah.
WandaVision, Falcon, fucking Moon Knight.
Yeah.
What other Marvel show? Miss Marvel. Actually, the finale was actually not that good. But like, I don't know. The finale was
the
okay.
Disney jab.
She-Hulk had a weird finale.
Yeah.
Even though I still think. Was I hard on She-Hulk? I don't think it's that bad of a show.
I think that was, I don't know.
My memory serves otherwise, but I don't know.
Because there was a lot of things I liked about She-Hulk, especially early She-Hulk. I don't know. I liked her doing the court cases and shit with the superheroes. I thought it was fun.
I remember you saying that.
I like that episode Wong, and she has to like solve the thing and like there was some stuff I liked. And I feel like I need to watch the Daredevil thing because I didn't initially like the Daredevil in that one, but like
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
In She-Hulk.
Anyway, let's go to final verdicts.
Verdicto. Echo the show. I thought it was alright, it's pretty short in its runtime for a show. Apparently some cuts, but we can tell. Could have been longer, could have been more expanded on. Definitely the family could have been involved a bit more. So I'm gonna give it this let's give it a 6.
Good.
I don't know. I feel like giving it a 6.5.
Yeah, I really dug this show for the most part. I feel like the ending just like when I say the ending's bad, I mean it's like really bad. Even like I feel like the show had a pretty consistent tone up until that point, but then the ending's kind of goofy. It's a bit goofy. Shazam territory right there.
Shazam.
Also, that one villain that is also just goofy. The goofy ass villain, yeah. But I mean, it's cool to get a more mature Marvel thing, and I think it does at times feel kind of different from typical Disney Marvel stuff. And I feel like that's pretty cool. Yeah. But I think even just performances were really good. The family are really cool. And I think that is enough to make it work for me. So I reckon I'll give this one a 7. Literally 3 points lost because of that fucking finale. And like, I guess, overall other pacing stuff, etc. But yeah.
It gives us a 6.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
I think that's the exact IMDb score, I'm pretty sure.
We are real critics.
We are real critics. Speaking of real critics, it's time for Mean Girls.
Meeny, miny,
This is the 2024 remake
of the
/
2004.
adaptation of the 2004 film, but also like the Broadway musical. I feel like this feels, I don't know, I haven't seen the Broadway musical, but this feels like pretty much an adaptation of the movie just with the songs from the Broadway one. I don't know.
Does
Did
this
the
feel like
original
Dear Evan
movie not
Hansen?
have any songs?
This is so much better than Dear Evan Hansen.
I know.
Don't even say that. Dear,
Evan Hansen, bro.
This is written by Tina Fey, who wrote the original. Have you guys seen the original movie?
No.
It's a come on, it's a classic.
He was sleeping as a 1-year-old.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
I also have not seen
Well,
this
when did
movie
it come out?
in its
2004?
full form.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was born in 2004.
Yeah, but
I
I'm
wasn't
sure
even one.
you would have seen it like when I wouldn't watch it when I was
I have
one.
not heard about it until today. Well, they get to
You
You didn't know what Mean Girls was?
I don't know what it is.
Oh,
What a
you and
moment.
Charles, same person, right?
Yeah.
It was sure. How? I'm so
It's a
confused, bro.
generational gap, bro. It shows.
But yeah, but you knew Mean
I knew
Girls.
because I'm a cultured
Yeah.
individual.
You haven't heard people say like we wear pink on Wednesdays?
No.
Damn.
I too have not seen the full form of the original movie, but I've seen bits of it, I think, throughout my life.
It's probably
So,
like the most genre-defining film of like the teen,
teen high
school
drama.
comedy movie, right? Yeah.
Did this come before High School Musical?
Yes.
Yes.
High School Musical was 2006.
Which
Yeah.
makes sense. Because my only context for high school films is High School Musical.
Because it has high school in the title.
I think this is more iconic than High School Musical.
Yeah.
I'd say. I don't know.
Then why have I never heard about it?
Yeah, I genuinely don't know. I genuinely don't know. Like, I feel like everyone knows. I don't know.
Because it doesn't have the musical aspect.
It could be
of
maybe
High School
because
Musical.
I don't know. Mean Girls, to me, I don't think it's really a kids movie.
Well, it's for teens in 2004.
It has a lot of edgy stuff in it though. Like, which I mean, I guess in 2004, maybe kids were a little different back then.
Yeah, millennials.
Maybe this is
You know,
Yeah, so
someone
like it
casually
cancelled.
says the N word in that movie.
Is it a white man?
No, it's an Asian person.
Yo,
But it's done as like a
bitch.
bit. It's like a bit. There's
You
also
just
a
like me
subplot
for
about the coach being a pedophile.
Oh,
But this stuff did not make it into the 2024 version. Which I think
that's
is very funny.
problematic.
Well, I mean, it's
And it's probably not funny anymore.
It's pretty funny. It's pretty fucking funny.
It's funny.
You should. That's why watch the original
Yeah.
because I think all of the funny moments from this movie they're already in the original. Like the original is like
They got
that
it
and more.
without the music.
But yeah, which I feel like I should probably to just start off the review. I think the original is still better than this, but I think this is still pretty good.
Okay.
And I feel like in terms of like remakes, right? This is kind of a different ball game because this is a musical. This is like
Yeah, they're doing a different.
it's not just
take
a remake,
on it.
Which I feel like a lot of people are like, "Oh, this is gonna be shit because this is a remake," but nobody knew it was a adaptation of the musical because like the trailers, I don't think had any of the songs in it or anything. If I remember correctly, I think it was just
I had no idea what I was expecting. I hadn't even seen trailers going into this.
Damn.
I've seen like bits of trailers.
Yeah.
I like the songs.
Yeah,
I
me
thought they were
too.
cool
Yeah,
and catchy
yeah.
and funny.
I think because like the last musical I watched was probably Wonka. I think the
Oh,
songs
yes.
here are way better than Wonka because that was like my one thing I didn't really like about Wonka was the song.
Yeah.
And I think like this one, you can tell it was made by like actual people who.
Musical.
It's an actual
It wasn't
musical.
AI generated.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Did you like the movie?
I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I liked it. I enjoyed it.
These.
He doing coke.
Yeah, I really
Nuts.
like this one.
Oh, you're
I think
saying these nuts?
In
are-
the as for like the one of the first movies of 2024, I think this is the one you should go see, not Ferrari or Night Swim.
yes.
Fuck those
Yeah,
movies.
in the lineup of new movies,
Yeah.
this is the highlight.
I think this one's really good. Off the bat, I think all of the performances were really good. Everyone was good singing, good acting. I guess the standouts being I think the main character, I can't remember her name, but she's Australian. You might know her from all the like the
Katie.
No Way Home, Far From Home, Homecoming series. She's the Betty
Betty?
something, right? The one who dates Ned in the Far From Home.
Oh.
She does all the TV reports.
Oh.
Yeah.
I had zero
Yeah.
remembrance of Ned having anyone.
No, he's the
Yeah.
CEO.
He's the CEO.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
I completely forgot about that. Yeah.
What's her name? Renee Rapp as Regina. I think was a pretty big standout there. But I think everyone was just really good. I think
Yeah,
everyone
they
at the top of their game. You got a couple of returning cast members from the original movie. Tina Fey playing the teacher, and the guy who plays the principal. They're my favorite characters from the original, and they're still my favorite characters in this one. Shout out to them.
Yeah.
As for the plot, it's literally just the plot of Mean Girls. The movie is literally just Mean Girls.
But in a modern setting.
In a modern setting. But even that doesn't change that much. Like, it still keeps
kids be the same.
They be the same. I do like the jokes they make about our generation, though. Because our generation fucking sucks and I hate them.
That's the difference. We got new generational technology on our side. So even if the funny social interactions of teenagers stay the same, they go much faster with the advent of social media.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I reckon, I don't think it was done in a cringe way as well. 'Cause I feel like it could have been cringe, but it actually made sense. They did it. Yeah, they did it well. It was pretty accurate.
Real. This happens.
Yeah,
we live in a society type beat.
For real. What was there to talk about? The cinematography I think was really good.
Yeah,
I liked a lot of the visual choices they've made with this film. Different sort of filming styles, nice editing, nice sets.
Yes, even the in the musical scenes, they do special. What do you call them? Effects, just what do you call them? Scenes.
Yeah. They make them special.
Dramatic,
yeah, they do maybe depending on what the song is, they might do some black bars or something. They do cool transitions into new locations if they're doing they're in a jungle or something.
They
I don't know.
Go all
they're in a
out with
rainbow
the
world.
Aesthetic,
yeah,
the visual aesthetics.
Yeah. Did you like the choreography of the dances? Because the choreographer is apparently the choreographer for Blackpink.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they had a few, I don't know, maybe K-pop inspired or just group dance type beat.
Well, apparently, it is K-pop inspired, apparently. So,
Did they do Gangnam Style?
They did not have an elevator, unfortunately.
No.
It was not 2004. No, Gangnam Style was later.
Well, this is 2024. This is 2024.
Yeah, but when I'm saying it's not 2000.
They did not get size choreographer for this.
They did not sit on the toilet.
I thought that actually one of the funnier bits was so in the original movie they have the cool mom, right?
Yeah.
And it's that generation of what a cringe cool mom would be, right? And it's very funny in that movie. And this one, it was damn, this is a cringe cool mom, I guess. She's just saying a lot of Gen Z stuff.
Well, that's every generation's cool mom, I suppose.
Yeah.
They adapt to the times.
It's updated and it makes sense for modern stuff, yeah.
Gen Z grandpas.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah. I actually didn't really have any problems with the movie. I think there's my one nitpick, I guess, is just maybe because I'm not a huge. I like musicals, but I'm not I'm not a theater kid. Never call me a fucking.
You're not a D. Evan Hansen fan.
I'm not a D. Evan Hansen fan, exactly. I think sometimes scenes that would have been a bit more impactful in the original movie are sort of undermined by start singing, and it's kind of funny when they start singing. But maybe that's just to me because I'm not a super musical person.
Yeah, I do see that,
Yeah.
It trivializes maybe a bit.
I think
not to the extent where it's trivial, but it takes the mood, not the mood, takes the edge off.
Yeah, but that also might purely be just us as people because maybe we're not maybe if you're a diehard musical person,
this is the musical part,
and then this is the movie part a bit, yeah.
Beat, right?
But after you get after that, I guess, adjustment period at each song. So they're usually presented really cool. I liked how like sometimes they just switch genres. Like sometimes they'll do like a horror thing. They like do like a bit of a comedy. Like this is like cool in the way they present the musical numbers.
Yeah, but it's kind of related to what's going on at the scene as well.
Yeah, no, totally. And I think like it's cool.
Yeah.
It's just like amplifying that thing
Whatever's
into a bit
happening.
more of a surreal
Mm-hmm.
space, and just experimenting with the form. And I think that's something that you can't really capture on a stage itself. I think that I think they use the cinema medium to a cool extent in relation to presenting all the musical stuff. Because I feel like that's how musical adaptations should be on screen. Do it in a way that they can't do it on the Broadway stage. You know, to capture some of that magic, but like on the screen for you.
Perspective.
And I think just great job all around for this.
Yeah.
I mean, as people who haven't seen Mean Girls, do you like the story of Mean Girls, I guess?
I thought it was I kind of vaguely know about the story, but like it's a funny story.
Yeah. I mean, it's classic shit.
Yeah.
It's pretty classic, yeah.
And is it almost like it kind of became a trope in a way throughout the years of just like, general girl becomes popular type.
Yeah, but Mean
and
Girls
then,
started it.
Yeah, they started.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe Heads has started that, actually. I don't know.
Maybe something else.
But like Mean Girls definitely was pretty...
They were the iconic ones.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fetch. Surely you know Fetch.
That was for me.
That was from Mean Girls. That was the thing that I remember back in fucking like primary school, people would say that shit to each other.
Really?
Yeah.
Say fetch.
Yeah.
Dog say fetch.
Damn.
You say fetch to a
It's a
dog.
generational gap here. 1 month generational gap.
But did you remember what they said in Yogi Bear?
No.
Don't start forest fires, biatch.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate to Yogi Bear. But yeah. Do you guys have any more stuff about it? Is there a point to a spoiler section because this movie's just the same as the other movie? I guess you could say that. Is that a negative or a positive? I don't know. It's just like...
Well, I mean, it's an adaptation, so it's not necessarily a negative.
Yeah.
Because we've said like it's with the good performances all around.
Yeah.
I don't know how different the characters may be from the original. What's your take on that? They're
Pretty much spot on. But like, I guess, there's slight nuances changes a little bit.
No Asian guys saying the N-word in this one.
Yeah, nah. And no pedophile coach thing. They just make him like weird in this one, I think. But he just like randomly does TikToks and shit. I guess that was the change. One minor thing, I guess. If you watch the original Mean Girls, the principal, the teacher, it hints that maybe something might happen with them, but like it never comes to fruition because that's not like the point. But in this one, they are a couple, and I thought that was very cute, and it was, I guess, rewarding to me as someone who liked those characters in the original, and I was like, "Yo, that's so real."
Cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought this was a movie.
It was
I like
indeed
watching
movie.
it. I wouldn't say I I wouldn't say I strongly loved it. That's about it.
Oh, let me tell you, when I watched it, there's a bunch of guys in the front rows, and they laughed hysterically at every joke the movie made, loudly.
Damn.
So they thought everything was very funny.
I mean,
would love to watch
it's a funny movie.
them watch Velma. I would love a goggle box of them watching Velma.
I mean, this is actually a good comedy movie,
It's
though.
actually kind of funny.
Yeah.
But I also thought it was a funny movie, but like, not to the extent of like belching out loud.
I was watching that movie in absolute heat. It was 32 degrees and the cinema had no aircon.
Nice.
Yeah. Classic.
Laughing in heat.
Laughing in heat.
No one's getting heat strokes.
This movie was fire.
There's also a post-credit scene where you get, like, I think you get bullied or something by the Migos. I can't remember what happened in that scene, honestly. But it was just like a tiny little scene. I laughed at it and yeah.
Was it at the very end of the movie? Because I might have missed that.
Yeah, it was a post credit. It was like after the credit.
Yeah, I might have missed that.
It was funny because I was watching it and just going, damn, high school? And me and Charles would be like, just
That
as
was
you in high
us.
school. That was us in high school.
Wow.
Yeah.
Were you a mean girl?
Damn, I wish I was a mean girl. If I were to do high school again, I would be a mean girl.
What color of clothing would you demand that
Beige.
your kids wear?
We were beige on Wednesdays.
Beige Wednesdays.
Beige Wednesday. All right.
Wacky Wednesdays.
Should we just do verdicts?
I suppose, because there's no spoilers.
Yeah, because it's like I can't. It's the exact same plot. Just haven't changed anything really.
Does Regina get hit by a bus in original?
Yes,
Oh, so it's
they
kind of...
do the setup with like Katie almost getting hit by the bus,
Yeah.
and then she gets hit by the bus. Yeah, I think it's done better in the original.
Because she only
Just-
almost got hit once in this one.
In the original, just in terms of cinematography and stuff, because this is at the end of they do it at the end of a musical number, but it's a bit more exciting, I think, in the original because they're having a big argument, and then they step onto the road and she gets hit by the bus. I think it's just a little bit better in that one, but yeah,
Okay. Oh, the bus looks ass. Because it was a funny fake bus. While it was passing by.
Oh yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
But still funny.
Yeah.
Maybe made it extra funny.
maybe.
Because it's fake. But yeah, verdicts. Let's go verdicts.
Also, Kevin G was very funny. Charles kept saying that he was Kevin G,
Kevin G.
the leader
Which guy
of
is
the
that?
math
Oh, the math.
Yeah, very funny.
Hell yeah. He was the OG rapper like Kevin G.
Not to be
Alright.
confused with Kenny G.
Not
Yeah.
Kenny G. Verdicts. I very like this one. It's funny. Bit of musical numbers here and there. Good songs. I like it. Very musical. Not like Dear Evan Hansen. Dear Evan Hansen maybe was a mean boy, but he certainly wasn't a mean girl. That's what I have
Ain't
to
that the
say.
truth? Ain't that the
That is the truth. So I'm gonna give this one a solid 8 out of 10.
I'm gonna give it a 7.5 out of 10.
I guess for some context, I'd probably give the original like a 9.
Mhm.
So for this one, I think a pretty worthy score of an 8 out of 10 as well. Because it's like, yeah, not quite as good. Maybe that's just because I prefer a straight comedy rather than a musical.
comedy.
Yeah.
No gays comedies here.
Well, I guess that's one thing they update actually. In the
Oh, yeah.
original, Janice isn't, well, it's not explicitly that she's a lesbian.
Uh-huh.
It's
Yeah.
like that there are the rumors and stuff and all the
Interesting.
bullying happens. But this one, they make it explicit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was still about the friendship.
Because, well, if you want to theorize, maybe just like back in those days, it was a bit more homophobic in society. So they were just like,
Yeah.
we kind of have to tweak the script a bit.
Keep it
But
on the
this
low,
one,
low.
Tina Fey was able to do whatever she wanted.
Mhm.
So, yeah. I think that was a good update as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Keeping up.
so what's that, like a 7.8 or something?
Mathematician.
You raised the
man.
score to 8. Surely give it an 8. 8.
He hates it.
8. All right, we'll
8 with an
say
H.
an
Mhm.
8. Yeah.
Height.
All right, let's wrap.
1, 2, 3, and to the 4. My name is Jack, and I'm coming through your door.
5, 6, 7, 8. We gave Mean Girls a
An 8.
fucking 8.
Yeah. All right.
Finish the
You
rap.
gonna do the outro? Do the outro as a wrap.
Okay. We are the Unholy Trinity. You can find us in all these funny places.
A.
We
Skirt,
got
skirt.
Spotify podcast and Apple podcasts.
Yeah.
You can also find
Yeah.
us at all the other social media platforms such as Instagram,
Instagram, Facebook. We don't have a Facebook.
Instagram, TikTok.
and
YouTube.
gmail.com
You know what? I
and
just realized we
YouTube.
don't advertise our Discord anymore.
True.
That's true.
Do you like Discord? Maybe ask us about it.
Yeah.
People who subscribe to our mailing list get a Discord server invite.
That's
yo.
right. So you better subscribe to all those places, including our mailing list, and to get the latest updates. Keep
Make sure to
following.
sign up to our fax updates.
Fax us to this
well,
number
we only
right
spit
here.
facts.
What's your number?
I'm not giving you my number.
It's for fax purposes.
Nah.
The phones can't phones receive fax?
I'll read your phone number though.
Yeah, that's fax.
0 to the 4
All
to
right.
the 1 to the 6.
We'll see you guys in
And
the
we'll see you
next
next
week. Oh, actually, we can have this on podcast discussion. What do you guys want to review next week? I've got a few options, right?
Uh-huh.
And maybe the audience,
Wanna chime
if
in?
you have it, if you
Chime
let us
in.
know at some point, I don't know. There's Ted the TV show,
Mm-hmm.
The Beekeeper with Jason Statham.
Bees.
There is
Or not.
Monarch, and
We're
there's
doing that anyway.
wait, there was another movie, The Iron Claw.
I want Iron Claw, man.
Bear in mind, Iron Claw drops on the 18th, so it's going to be a quick turnaround to do a review. I mean, if you're able to watch it, just like
yeah.
over the first couple days of the weekend or whatever, and then we do our review if we're doing it on Sunday or whatever.
Yeah, we'll have to look into that.
Otherwise, that could be
Yeah.
the following weeks.
True.
Beekeeper's already in theaters.
Uh-huh.
Ted's already on streaming, and Monarch's already streamed.
Do
Yeah,
you know about next week?
I think it'll probably be whatever we didn't review this week. I don't think there's anything big happening in the last week of January.
Well, let's keep it to like we got Monarch, so we just need to finish that, and
Keep some
maybe Beekeeper, but the Iron Claw is a backup.
Yeah.
If
All
y'all
right,
make
so
it.
yeah, we'll do the Beekeeper, which looks awful, but
Jason Statham, man.
Jason Statham, another.
Jason look awful.
He looks
He's
alright.
bald.
And what you said, Monarch?
Yeah, because we're planning on finishing. Well,
Yeah,
are you planning on finishing?
sure.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so tune in for. I know we said we'd review Monarch ages ago, but I thought the series had wrapped back then. But it
Nah.
hadn't. I didn't realize it was a fucking 12 episode affair.
I
In
put
a
a
week.
rap then as well.
Yeah.
So you just gave up on
Yeah.
episode 5. You're like, oh, the
I mean-
show's finished.
I didn't have a reason to finish it
Yeah,
anyway.
Yeah. But now, okay, yeah, you'll see us for Monarch and Beekeeper.
Yes.
And then followed by the following week we'll do the Iron Claw and Ted, I guess.
Teddy.
Teddy. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye bye.
Hola.
See ya.
BB.